Thanks for joining me as I travel the world, going from fine dining through to street food and local specialties, all in an effort to find the world's best seafood.
So if you caught my last video in Laos of the Mekong River fish, I included in it showing some of the bamboo rats, which are wild, and wait for that motorbike to pass. And turns out a few miles down the road there's a restaurant selling it, so got to try it, right? So this is a pre-cooked dish made with the bamboo rat. So is this one. This apparently is wild pig, and this is farmed frog. I think I might have to try all four. Sitting out in room temperature. Wish me luck.
They put some galangal, yeah, but this is better.
Can we try 1, 2, 3?
Yes, why not?
Pig, frog, and rat.
Okay.
Just make sure it's nice and properly warmed up.
Yeah.
Like a lot of Asia, in Laos you order family style, so we ordered a few dishes and she served up what I thought were really generous portions, especially of the frog. She really took time and effort to make sure we got a good cross section of different parts of the frog. I think in the end we had pretty much an entire frog. Then basically they just took it out to the back and heated it all up, and it did come out nice and hot and steaming, which is what you want to make sure that most of the bacteria has been killed off. And look, I realize that for a lot of people trying these kinds of less usual foods are off-putting, but the reality is lambs are cute, cows are cute. If you eat meat, you know, you're eating meat. I have to say the frog was fantastic. I only really had the hind legs, but the big sections of meat there, I've had a lot of frog before. It's one of the few things that really is like chicken. It's kind of between chicken and fish, and I really enjoy it, and the way they prepared it was great. The rat was a lot like pork hock. It wasn't oily or greasy like guinea pig is. And the wild boar, surprisingly, was probably my least favorite of them because the way it was prepared was a little bit dry. But overall, I enjoyed it. They all had distinct flavor profiles, so it wasn't just like one big mess of gamey flavor that you couldn't distinguish between one meat and the next. So in total, the 4 dishes, including 4 cokes and the rice, came to 145,000 kip, which is about, what, $15, $18. So look, I can totally see why people would be squeamish about having that stuff. My personal rule is, as long as it's not endangered and it's not treated badly, you know, Korean traditionally prepared dog by torturing it. They thought it made it taste better. I'm not going to eat that even if they're abundant in supply. But to be honest, my feeling is experience it, you know, as long as it's not being tortured or anything bad like that. You know, I see so many tourists coming here wanting a cultural experience, then eating in French cafes, eating croissants every lunchtime. Food is a big part of the culture. Oop, there's a photo op. Food is a huge part of the culture, so experience it. As long as the animals haven't been mistreated or endangered, go for it, I say. Now, the food wasn't my favorite. I won't be, you know, searching it out again and again, but it certainly beats just having another noodle soup day after day. I hope that hasn't caused too many people to unsubscribe. Stay tuned, I'll be coming with more from Laos soon.